Adab, I'm Elahe, and the only pehchan I have is I'm a quintessential Hyderabadi. People are Hindus, Muslims, Indians, Americans. I'm only Hyderabadi. And that's what I've been known as, want to be known as, and I'm proud to be known as. So Adab, and thank you all very much for coming. I know it's Ramzan, I know it's in the middle of a day, and I know also that it's a Saturday afternoon. But I'm so happy to see all of you here today. Some known faces, of course, a mother always in the first row. Thank you, Ma. And a lot more friends and family who's here. Thank you very much for taking out the time. Damn it. No, my tickets sell. It's not like that. So, like you know, this is a little, this what I'm going to read is probably the first chapter, and it's how the movie begins also. So the novel is very true to the flow of the film. It's not been juxtaposed differently. So the film is linear, the book is linear. So this is a daily ritual that Pari and Chotu follow. Pari and Chotu, as you know, are brother and sister. Chotu is 8 years old and he's blind. Pari is 10 years old. And she has promised Chotu that by the time he's 9, he'll have his eyesight back. And the film is about how this quest happens for that. They are very close and they live with their aunt and uncle in rural Rajasthan. The first chapter is Off to School. Pari laughed. They did this every day, but still it delighted her every day. The way he turned and opened his mouth at the exact moment she threw the piece of jaggery to him. Once, she'd aimed badly and hit him on the nose, and once he'd turned too slowly and taken it on his cheek. But usually he heard her jingling steps and knew that the moment they stopped was the moment that the jaggery would come flying at him. It was important that everything happened exactly the same way every day. It helped Chotu feel in control. And when things went smoothly, Pari could sometimes forget that her brother was blind. Ha! Got it again, Chotu said. You can hear the anklet, she retorted. Let's see if you can do it one day when I'm not wearing them. There was silence for a moment. You won't stop wearing them? Chotu asked. She heard the anxiety in his voice. No, silly, I'm just joking. Anyway, it's not for long. Not for long, he sang, cheerful again. Only 2 more months to my 9th birthday. Yay, Pari said, holding his hand and swinging him around. But she was very worried. Only 2 months more, and there was no solution in sight. She was quiet as she put her school books into her bag and followed Chotu out to the courtyard where their aunt was making rotis. The fight had already begun. Chacha was sitting on his cot, smoking his hookah with a grin on his face. He enjoyed this morning skirmish between his nephew and his wife. What do you mean we have to share one roti? Chotu was yelling. Liar! There are at least 5 rotis in that box. Chachi's lips puckered as if she's just eaten a raw mango. This boy is not blind, she muttered. Not for the first time. He's making a fool of me. He can see everything. She reluctantly took another roti from the box and put it into Pari's empty plate. Pari giggled. Chacha clapped his hand. There was no doubt whose side he was on. But Pari sometimes wished he would do something instead of just cackling whenever Chotu got the better of Chachi. There was no time to dwell on it though. Hungry or not, they had to leave at once if they had to get to school in time. It was a long walk across the sands. Pari opened the gate. Desert sands go hot, then cold, Chotu sang. Mustard fields look just like gold, Pari joined in. Gentle breezes from afar. Shah Rukh Khan is the superstar. No, Salman is the superstar, Chotu yelled. Like everything else they did, the walk to school had its own ritual. Ready? Chotu asked and tossed a 1 rupee coin that he took out of his pocket. He caught it and waited. Tails, Pari called. Please let it be Shah Rukh Khan this time. Chotu felt the coin. Heads, he yelled in triumph. Salman Bhai wins again. Always Salman, you're cheating. It's so many days since we did Shah Rukh. Pari sulked. Sorry, the coin has spoken. Long live Bhai. Start. So Salman is an inspector who helps people in need. And don't you get fed up with him always being an inspector? Shh! Focus on the story. He's the best cop in the whole department. And Pari sighed. And all the bad people in the town are terrified of him. Okay, one day he's driving to work and he hears a scream. And Pari looked at Chotu in resignation and decided to give in. There was no way she could. Leaps out to see a woman being attacked by some goons. So he jumps out of his jeep and lands on his feet and then he rips off his shirt. Yeah! And then he punches Baddie 1 and then Baddie. Chotu began to flail his arms wide.